Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexis. I have been away from YouTube for a little over a week now, due to a sinus infection and then whatever else is happening, fevers, chills, not really bad sinus pain, constant dripping, unable to wear makeup because my nose wouldn't stop running. So I've been on antibiotics for a couple days now, so I'm actually feeling a little better, a little more like myself again. So I was like, my nose is not constantly draining, so I can actually put makeup on. Now, I did film a video recently with the Born to Run palette, but I really was not terribly impressed with how the video came out. And when I went back and was looking at the videos for my or the pictures for my thumbnails, I noticed that I did almost an identical look to a video that I had just posted. So I'm like, I don't really want to post the same look twice, like back to back. So I'm going to be doing a second first impression, where I'm going into some of the deeper, darker colors in this palette and giving them a go. So if you're interested in watching me try out the Born to Run palette from Urban Decay, then keep watching. Okay, so if you haven't seen it, this is what the palette looks like. It is beautiful. It's got 21 shades in it. And if I remember, it was around, oh crap, I can't even remember how much it was. Let me check. It was $76. So, you know, it was a little bit of monkeys, but for 21 shades and for it being a, you know, a name brand, like a proper brand, I don't know if I'm saying that right, for it to be a higher end brand, that is not unheard of for that price. So I'm not terribly upset by it. And from my first impression, which I will actually post, but I might post it like just after this one or maybe like a week later. From what I remember, the palette was really great. I didn't have any fallout, and the colors blended really well. I'm so disappointed that I looked at the pictures and I'm like, oh shit, these are, you know, at first I thought they were from the same day, and then I realized like my outfit was different and my hair was different, and I'm like, you've got to be joking me. I can't put up the same look twice. I mean, maybe I can, but I don't want to because I don't feel like I'm, you know, testing the waters, as it were. So the Born to Run palette, again, looks like this. It has a very large mirror in it, showing you my dirty desk, and it's got a nice array of colors here. So I've just put on my ProLongwear Paint Pot in the color Painterly, as I always do, and I'm going to be going in with the first color, and I'm just not sure which color I want to go in with. I think I'm going to end up going in with this color on the top, this second color here called Riff, and I'm going to go in with my E2 brush from ColourPop. And I'm just going to start working that color in my crease as my transition shade. So I'm just working that back and forth in a windscreen wiping motion. And so far, like, it's going on pretty well. I mean, there's a little bit of patchiness where it's kind of grabbing, but I don't know if that's from the eyeshadow or my primer, but I'm just going to put a little more color and kind of build this up a little bit and see if I can work out any problem areas. So it's not skipping, it's not doing my normal little skipping thing that the inside of my my eye does. It looks a little patchy on camera, but in person I'm not seeing an issue. So I'm not sure why that looks so wonky on camera. Maybe it's my lighting. But yeah, let me try and doing this. That didn't help at all. So anyway, moving on. It's not patchy in person. It's actually really pretty, and it's gone on very smoothly. It's very nice. I'm not having any issues. There is the tiniest bit of kickback in the pan. You can kind of see it just right here in the middle of those two colors. But other than that, like, it's minimal. It's so minimal. All right, so the next color I'm going to go in with is, I didn't want to do a full shimmer eye, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the color, this bottom brown color here, Punk, and I'm just going to start building that up on my inner and outer corner, remembering that I have a mirror on the palette, and it's a nice, good mirror on the palette as well. So I'm just kind of deepening up my inner and outer corner, just to give these other shadows a little bit more va-va-voom, if that makes any sense. Actually, I'm going to use a different brush for that. I'm going to use my, where are you? My E9 brush from ColourPop. Yes, I am still stuck on my ColourPop brushes, but I have a feeling, because these are so good, that I am going to forever love these brushes. So I'm kind of doing like a little halo kind of half cut crease, not half cut crease, but what do you call it, like a halo, not spotlight, halo eye. Because I did a spotlight eye and that took me for freaking ever for my which was it, Iron Man makeup tutorial when Avengers Infinity War came out. That look took me ages, but it was so pretty. I was so proud of myself, because the red and the gold really play well together, obviously, but when you paired them together in an eye look, and just go watch the video, it's really fun. So as you can see, I'm building it up in the inner and outer corner, going above my crease, and kind of dragging whatever else is left on the brush above my crease right about here, and kind of connecting that color just a little bit. But I mean, you can tell, like, most of the, oh shit, sorry, most of, not meaning to give you the bird, most of the color is focused on the inside and outside corners. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, this is a hard one because there's lots of, I want to focus on this side of the palette because I had focused a lot on these kind of colors in my last review. And while they're gorgeous colors and they came out really well, I want to kind of focus more on these guys over here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the color Radio, and it's this really pretty, like, smoky greeny blue, like a forest green blue almost. And I'll see if I can do this right. So I'll swatch it right there. So you can see it's kind of, it kind of matches my tattoo. So see, it's like that dark, like forest green kind of blue color. So I'm going to wipe that off my arm so I don't get it everywhere. Now I look like I have a bruise. Any Hoosier, I'm going to go on the same brush I was just using, and I'm going to go in with Radio, and I'm going to put it on top of that brown, kind of further intensify that even more. Oh, that is a pretty color. So pretty. I don't like my lighting because it looks almost black, but there is this really pretty green shift to it that is just stunning. And if I had stuck to my original plan and not put the brown underneath it, I think this color would have popped so much more. So again, the same spots that I put the brown, I'm putting this greeny blue, or greenish blue, and then whatever's left on my brush, kind of connecting it above my crease. So I'm leaving a nice little hole, you can see, in the middle of my eye, because that's where I'm going to put my concealer and put my highlight color. And I've also realized that this is going to be like a hella dramatic eye, and I literally have just crawled out of bed because my husband just got home. We did our tax, and I am promptly going to wash this makeup off as soon as I get done with it. So it's a total waste of makeup, but it's for a good cause. All right, so you can see that that is a really pretty blend. There is no patchiness. There are no spots that it's sticking to and really like grabbing onto and not letting go for dear life. So I'm really, really, really happy. Now I'm going to go in with my No Filter Concealer. I use my Detail Concealer brush from Eco Tools, not a ColourPop brush. I know, shock, horror. All right, so I'm just going to basically go above my crease because I have very hooded eyes. So I'm going to go a little bit higher than you normally would for a regular shaped eye, I guess you could call it, so that you can actually see the little halo that I'm creating. And then I'm going to be carving out the sides, and hopefully I can get them to match on both eyes, because that is the biggest problem when it comes to doing a halo eye or a half cut crease or anything like that, is getting them to actually match up. So I'm going to be covering my face to do this. I'm going to try really hard to show you on camera. So as you can see, I'm just kind of mapping out where I want the top of that halo to go. And as you can see, when I blink, you can clearly see it. So I'm just trying to give myself a guideline, and then I'm going to draw down from there. And don't worry, you'll go back in and blend it. Blend those edges out. All right, so that's one eye done. And like I said, you can see I have carried it up above. I'm looking in the camera or in the monitor, but you can see that I have, when I look straight on, you can see I've brought it up a little bit higher on my eye. So I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye and hopefully get it to match up. Okay, and now because I've done the left side, which is your right, a little bit thicker, I am going to go, actually no, I think I've got that pretty spot on. I am going to put a little bit of a thicker base of concealer down, just to kind of cancel out that green a little bit. And voila, completed. All right, so I'm gonna wipe the concealer off the back of my hand. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this really freaking pretty color. It's this one here in the corner. It's called Big Sky. And I'm going to swatch it on my arm for you. Oh, look at that color. That, oh, so pretty. So I'm going to swatch it here for you. And it's just high shine, super pretty greeny blue that I am gagging over. I saw this color today, you know, when I first bought it, not today, but obviously today as well. But I saw this color and I'm just like, need it. I don't know why I just grunted at the camera. I'm so classy. All right, I'm going to take my E4 brush from ColourPop, which is a flat-ended, which I suppose you could use as a concealer brush as well. And I'm just going to pack that in the center of my eye. It's not quite doing what I wanted it to do. It's not a really dramatic halo, I suppose you could say. It's not because the shadow's not performing. The shadow is definitely there. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying I think that I've screwed up because I think the colors are too similar. So you live and you learn when you do your makeup. I might even go in. I think what I'm going to do is I've just figured it out. There's a black color in here. And I'm going to use that to deepen up the very inner and outer corner. So I'm going to go in with the color Jet, which is that one there, on my E1 from ColourPop. And I'm just going to kind of stamp that right on the outside edge. Okay. And right on the inside edge. And as you can see, I'm just pushing it. I'm not blending it. I'm not smudging it. I'm not moving the brush back and forth. I'm literally just stamping that color right on the outside edge of that little halo on the inner and outer corner. And I think that looks pretty damn good now. All right, and then for my inner corner, I'm going to go in with the color Breakaway, which is this pretty, like, it's almost like a shell color. So it's not quite white, it's not quite cream. And why am I doing my bottom lash line? I haven't done my foundation yet. I'm not the smartest cookie. So I'm going to finish up the rest of my face real quick. Okay, so next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my colors underneath my eyes real quick, and I'm just going to basically do the two darkest colors on the bottom, so Radio, and I might not actually bring the black underneath. I don't think I'm going to. I don't want to. So it's going to be Radio. And then in the middle, I'm leaving a gap between my eyes. I'm leaving a gap between the outer corners of my eyes so that I can bring Big Sky down underneath so it kind of mirrors. So I'm just kind of smoking that out a little bit, connecting my outer edges, because I just think that makes the eye look a little bigger, makes it look more finished. I just think it's a more polished kind of look. And I've also got some new eyeliners from the same Born to Run collection that I completely forgot that I had. So I'm going to be using those as well. And then I'm going to go in with a teensy little pencil brush. My little F whatever from ColourPop that I can never remember. And I'm just going to drag that and kind of connect those two. There we go. I was saying it was like I was about to say it's not showing up on my bottom lid. But there it goes. I think again, because the colors are so similar, you're having a hard time distinguishing. Actually, no, it's not that. It's on camera, you can see it. So, whatever. All right, so I'm going to go in with the color, where did it go? All right, so this is Overdrive. It's this color. This really pretty, beautiful forest green that I think will pair really pretty with this eye. So I'm just going to line my top and bottom waterline. Alright, so that is Overdrive in the eye and on the eye. And I just have to fix that up there because I just got eyeliner on my face because I'm super clever and, you know, really smart. So that's Overdrive in the eyes, in the eye waterlines. Oh my god, use words, Alexis. Okay, so now I'm going to be going in with a little bit of a new mascara from Maybelline, Total Temptation from Maybelline. This has been all over my, ooh, check that out. It's a nice big brush. It's supposed to do like all this curling and lifting and let's see, what does it say? Lengthens, volumizes, full fluffy lashes is what it says. This has been all over my YouTube recently, all over my Facebook, and I happened to be at the chemist the other day and thought I would give it a go because they had it. So I'm gonna grab, I literally have garbage all over my makeup desk. Wow. Hey now. Wow. Shit. Check that out. You can see like that one there is like super duper long. Oh my god. So I'll do top and bottom on both, or on one, and I'll show you the difference. Wow. That's pretty impressive if you ask me. Wow, I really like this mascara. That is so pretty. Like they're all separated and they're not clumpy and doing like spider eyes or anything like that. That's a really nice mascara. And it's not my lash, what is it? The Falsies mascara or the Lash Paradise. It's something different. So really impressed with that mascara. Okay, also with this collection, I forgot to mention that I got the color Comfort, which is this really pretty nude, rosy nude that I'm going to put on right after I do my lip liner. And I'm going to be using my NYX Retractable Lip Liner in Velvet or Vanilla Sky. So I'm going to put this on. And voila, that is the lipstick. And it's really comfortable. It's really glides on. It really glides on. It's really. And voila, that is the finished look. So with the Born to Run palette, I love it. I've created two really pretty looks out of it, but all in all, really happy with the products that I used today. I really liked the Born to Run palette to begin with. I do love that I played with some different colors in the palette and I wasn't so stuck on the reds and the browns that like seem to be popping up everywhere, including like the new Kylie palette. So I'm really happy with this eye look. I think it's really pretty. It wasn't super hard to do, and the eyeshadows were great. I mean, as you can see, I didn't have any skipping, didn't have any jumping, didn't have any patchy spots. Would I buy it again? Absolutely. Totally beautiful palette, and it has such an array of colors in it that you can achieve just about any kind of look. Daytime, nighttime, work, casual, you know, whatever. You can create so many different looks with this palette. So highly recommend it. What else did I use? The eyeliner. I haven't used that Overdrive color before and I love it. I do like the 24/7 Glide On pencils. They almost have like a gel consistency. They just glide, they glide on so easily and they don't pool in my inner corner, which is where I have a lot of problems. The Total Temptation mascara, proof's in the pudding. I mean, as you can see, it is a beautiful mascara. So I think that's all the, oh, and then the lipstick. Really creamy, nice satiny kind of finish, not totally matte. Actually, no, I lie. It is totally matte, but super comfortable, lined outside my lips. Super comfortable, really easy to put on, and very comfortable to wear. Other than that, I don't think there was anything new that I have shown you in this video. So that's the end of the video. If you guys liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Bye.